Hello everyone, in this class is going to be a 15-minute vinyasa flow. So starting off the back of our mats, coming into a hero's pose with our hands clamped behind you, coming into a gentle shoulder stretch. Just going to sit here grounding ourselves, some nice deep breaths, while feeling a nice stretch in our shoulders. Releasing your arms, shifting down to a child's pose, and from your child's pose shifting forward to an upward facing dog, then shifting back to a child's pose. We're going to repeat this a few times over. And now staying in your child's pose, just going to hold for a few deep breaths. Feel free to widen your knees and feel free to relax through the elbows. On your next inhale, press your way up to a downward facing dog, being sure to keep the shoulders away from the ears, elbows facing down. And feel free to walk out your downward facing dog, just stretching out and warming up your hamstring and calves. And now pressing both heels down, shifting forward to a plank and then back to a downward dog, coming into some gentle spinal rolls, just to warm up our whole body. From here, shifting your right foot forward, adjusting where you need to. Left arm down, right arm up, twisted lunge. Just holding here for a breath. And then keeping your legs as is. You're going to lower your hips. You might need to adjust your feet a little bit. Raising back up, twisted lunge. Lower back down. And lift back up, this time windmilling your arms. Adjusting where you need to, coming up to a warrior two. Straighten through your right leg, lean your body forward, right hand comes to right angle, left arm up. By all means you can look up to the sky or keep your gaze down, lift your body back up. Keeping your legs straight, left hand, left leg, right arm up and overhead by your ear. Shifting back around, both hands to the mat, keeping your legs straight, coming into pyramid pose. Keeping your left heel off the ground. And now bending through your left knee and stepping your left foot forward, rising about halfway. Then folding forward, coming to your forward fold. Bend through the knees, planting both hands, stepping back, downward facing dog. Just holding for a breath. Then shifting forward, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Then pressing it back up, downward facing dog. Holding for a breath. Then stepping your left foot forward, adjusting where you need to. Right hand down, left arm up. Feel free to shift around your gaze. Now from here, lower your hips, shifting your feet if you need to, raising back up, lowering back down, lifting back up, windmilling through the arms, lifting up your body, automatically coming into a warrior two. Straighten through your left leg, lean your body forward, grab onto your left ankle if you'd like, looking up past your right hand if you'd like, or keep your gaze down. Lift your body up, reverse triangle, right hand, right leg, left arm past your ear. Coming forward again, both hands to the mat, shifting your weight around. You're coming into a pyramid pose, keeping your right heel up off the ground. Just holding for a breath, bending your right knee, stepping forward, rising up halfway, folding back over to your forward fold. From here this time, standing up to a Tadasana, mountain pose. Just holding your arms by your side, taking in some nice deep breaths. Raising your hands up above your head, a gentle back bend, as deep as you'd like, hands to prayer, folding back over forward, hands to the mat if you can reach. Stepping both feet back to a downward facing dog. Shift forward plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Pressing back to a child's pose. Feel free to widen your knees and feel free to relax through your elbows. On your next inhale, lifting up and sending your right leg ahead of you, coming into a right side pigeon pose. Adjusting where you need to, making sure that your hips are square. It's not so important to have your foot parallel to the mat. That's more of an end goal. Staying upright with the body, that's more than enough for you. But if you're up for the challenge or is within your practice, come on down to your elbows. From here, on your next inhale, pressing back up with the upper body, shifting your weight around, right knee down, left leg further back behind you, coming into a supported modified wild thing. Pressing through your right hand, your left leg is far back, left arm up and overhead. And then from here, straighten through your right leg, coming into a full side plank. And then lifting your left leg up as high as you can, about hip height. Lower your leg, shift over to a high plank, press back to downward facing dog, and lower back through the knees, coming back to a child's pose. From here, pressing back up, sending your left leg ahead of you, coming into a left side pigeon. Feel free to have your foot closer to your hips if that's much easier on your left glute. If you can manage it, See if you can't get your leg parallel to the mat, but it's not overly important. Keeping the hips square, keeping your upper body lifted if that's more than enough stretch for you, or if you're up for the challenge or it's within your practice, come on down to your elbows. Now from here, pressing back up, and then shifting your legs around, coming into a left side modified wild thing. So your left knee is down, pressing through your left hand, right leg is far behind you, right arm up and overhead. But then straightening through your left leg, and then bringing your right leg up and about hip height, best you can manage. Lower your leg, this time shifting over to high plank. From your high plank, shifting forward to a vinyasa, your chaturanga, upward facing dog, holding for a breath or two. Then pressing up and crossing your legs underside yourself, shifting back onto your glutes. Shift your weight forward so you have more than enough space behind you, laying back, and then grabbing onto the outsides of your feet, coming into a happy baby. Feel free to rock side to side if that feels really good on the small of your back and with your hips. From here, releasing your legs, straightening out your right leg, coming into a left side spinal twist. So bringing your left knee across. Feel free to look over your left shoulder. Coming back through to center with the legs and switching out sides. Left leg straightens, right leg comes across. Feel free to look over your right shoulder. Straightening through the legs again, shifting your way around, especially through the hips, and coming into our final resting posture, Shavasana. From here, wiggling fingers and toes, rolling over into a fetal position. Whenever you're ready, sitting on up to the middle of your mat, coming into an easy seated pose. Feel free to place your elbows on your knees, hands to Anaya Mudra, aka AOK hand gesture. Taking in some nice deep breaths. Raising your hands up above you, all that positive energy above you, bring it on down to yourself. Thank yourself so much for taking the opportunity and the time to bring a little bit of TLC to yourself, for strengthening, for stretching, and for overall feeling your best self in this short 15 minutes. Thank you all so much for watching and or following. I do appreciate it either way, and I shall see you all for my future classes. Namaste.